What people count as ignorance and stupidity from how America runs its country is really strategy. This country runs this country the way that it does and makes the decisions that it makes on purpose to keep its citizens only in tune with America. People make fun of America's food, our education system, but America has designed the food on purpose to be fattening and filled with preservatives so that it does alter the mind and makes us sick. They want the people here hooked to their food, get on their medications, and develop diseases, and never healing from them. They want our education system to be very lackluster, mediocre, and poor, not teaching us about the world, because if we were empowered with knowledge and knew about the world, if we were empowered with the knowledge to work for ourselves, no one would live here. No one would slave away at their low-paying and unfulfilling jobs, so therefore they would have no one to control and use. This is why they teach in a way that is so centralized to America, why they concentrate so hard on convincing kids to go to college and take out student loans to join their workforce, and even amongst American history, why they only teach us an altered version of their history, and why what they teach is concentrated on America's triumphs, patriotism, and power, because it's all a ploy and propaganda to keep us being perfect slaves, servants, and soldiers, loyal, tethered, and indebted to this country. Even if we don't want to be, they have designed things to be in a way where most people, but especially Black people, cannot even afford to leave. This country chooses to not offer affordable health care. They choose to give all of these other countries aid and billions of dollars while keeping their own citizens in debt. This country chooses to further our homelessness problem instead of using the resources that they know they have to fix it. This country knows it's obligated to do right by Black people, but chooses not to fully acknowledge what they've done and give us reparations. They know they are killing people with their toxic food and causing various diseases and ailments. They have chosen to create plastics that have trashed up the earth instead of going with materials that are reusable and break down easily. They know they are cheating the working class, that they are underpaying and devaluing their workers. They choose to allow sales of assault rifles and to make access to obtaining these weapons easy. They know gun violence is wreaking havoc, that they have a mass shooting problem that is targeting children and destroying families. They have chosen to create a faulty system. There is no system failure or errors. The system is working as designed. They know their justice system is corrupt, that their police overall are militant because they were originally slave catchers. People consider all of these things and then often ask, why would America be so intentionally evil towards its own citizens? Why, with the ability and resources to do right, do they continue to do wrong? Without mincing words, it's because this country has taken an oath to serve the devil. Plain and simple. With knowing this, you don't need to question any further why this country makes any of the ridiculous and mind-blowing decisions that it does. Because it's like asking the devil, why does he do what he does? The wicked do evil things for the love of it, for evil's sake. I also feel the necessity to point out that we are dealing with a battle in life that is between good and evil, and we are witnessing biblical prophecy unfold. The Most High is the good, of course, and the devil is the evil, and both need willing human vessels to carry out their will and biblical prophecy. Within biblical prophecy, there is a powerful country who is the world's major superpower that carries out the devil's will, Babylon, and that is America, who has taken up that job in modern day, who has spread its Babylonian system around the world. We forget that the Most High too will choose a willing vessel to carry out evil, just like with Judas and the Messiah. It was a part of biblical prophecy that the Messiah would be betrayed. It had to happen, and Judas was that willing vessel. There is always one that is willing Take, for example, Esau and Jacob, Saul and David, Joseph and his brothers when they sold him into slavery. There is always a willing participant or participants who have something wicked in their hearts, whether it be jealousy, greed, the love of power or money that Yah can work with so that his will and prophecy can be carried out. He needed a country and system that was going to be the place that his people would be enslaved in. He needed a place to be that heavy yoke on our people. He needed a place that would be the place that he would eventually destroy for its sins and deliver us from. Again, America decided to be that willing vessel. People have also asked, why would evil people do the things they do knowing their end is destruction? Well, we have to understand that, again, we are dealing with wicked and evil spirits, the spiritual realm, not flesh and blood. There is no moral compass with demons. They know what their end is, but have no dominion to carry out their will on earth without a human vessel, so they need a human with a corruptible heart, a person or people that wants power, that is greedy, that is hateful, that wants to do bad to use. Evil people and wickedness in general has gotten caught up in the power. The Most High has given them a time to have dominion and reign, and they have gotten comfortable, developing pride and high-mindedness, thinking they are unstoppable, having this mindset that who can bring them down. Think about it. They have been in a position of power for hundreds, even thousands of years. And even think of the European powers in America. They have had dominion over the world for so long, have committed so many sins, don't have remorse, have not repented, even though they've had centuries to do so. At this point, do you think they would turn back now? They know they've reached a point of no return. They love what they do. They know their end, and at this point, will ride out their lives until the end. And we know this country and the world is proud of what they do. They show their allegiance to Satan all throughout Hollywood, throughout the symbols and messaging they implement throughout their movies, throughout the music industry. With the money, they have printed on it a reference to the original Babylonian society, Egypt. They have printed the pyramid and the Eye of Horus, or the all-seeing eye. The way they've designed their government buildings is after Rome. They show their allegiance through their rituals, their secret societies, Freemasonry, their ethics, their policies, how unjust, unmerciful they are to the poor and the working class, their condemnation towards the just, and their praise to those who uphold ungodliness. So this country and world who continues to uphold the Babylonian system knows what it's doing. They know who they are and are gladly playing their part. They are proud of what they do because we see these actions, we see their fruit. So I just wanted to give clarity as to why the United States commits the evils that it does. This country knows how to do right. They are not stupid nor slow, but runs the country how it does and chooses not to do right by its people or the world because it is demonically run. Shalom.